Hi, this is Trey Pastor. Welcome to my review of Gladiator 2. Okay, this is the sequel to the movie that came out, I believe, in 2000. Okay, that was directed by Ridley Scott, and this version has been directed by Ridley Scott. Okay, and this one stars Paul Mescal, Denzel Washington, Pedro Pascal, Connie Nielsen, of course, she was in the original, and Derek Jacobi. We have Joseph Quinn in this, Frederick Heinger. Now, this, if you've seen the trailer, basically takes place, I think, 15 years after the first events of the first movie. Okay, and it follows Paul Mescal's character, Lucius Varius. He's a father, a husband. His home gets invaded by the army, the Roman army, and they get taken, and he gets taken and becomes a slave and a gladiator. Okay, and of course he wants revenge and he wants his people freed. Okay, Denzel Washington plays Marcinius. I think that's what you call it, Mark Arrhenius. That's the character's name. He plays one of these rich patrons. So he basically finds gladiators for the arena and stuff, and he serves. There's two co-emperors. Okay, Joseph Quinn, he plays Godzilla, and Fred Heinbeck, he plays Geta. They're the brothers who they're corrupt, obviously, and the whole basic story of this is now that the empire is kind of run into ruin with these corrupt leaders and stuff, and they're kind of looking for somebody to kind of hopefully take over. And Pedro Pascal plays Marcus Asinus, I think, and he's fed up with it. He's a soldier, a good warrior, but he's fed up with the corruption and stuff, and he basically wants to overthrow the emperors and kind of restore Rome to its grandeur, to its promise. Okay, and Connie Nielsen, of course, she was in the first movie. She plays Lucilla. Okay, now without spoil, I want to spoil because they kind of tie this movie into the first movie, and I think you can pretty much guess how they tie them. A lot of people already assume what the tie is, and they're probably right. Okay, without me saying it outright. Okay, now as far as the action is concerned in this movie, the action is pretty cool in this, and the locations excellent, top notch. Denzel Washington stands out in this movie as well. Like I said, he always, he's a good actor anyway. But in this movie, he's the creme de la creme in this movie. He's the one that's, to me, he gets all like the best lines and you can just see the way his brain is moving. And like you said, you've seen the trailer, so you know already that he's plotting against the empire. You already see that from the trailer, so that's not a spoiler. That he's, you can see him plotting and planning. And again, like I said, Pedro Pascal's character, he's a soldier that's war weary. He's married to Lucilla, but he's fed up with the empire, and he kind of wants to overthrow them, and he wants to, restore Rome to what it used to be. And of course, Paul Pascal, he's a gladiator now, against his will, obviously. Who's he wants to become free and get out of there. And again, this movie, it's about 2 hours and 28 minutes. Okay, it's not boring. I'll give it that. It is an entertaining movie. Is it as good as the first movie? No. And Paul Pascal is now no Russell Crowe, and that's not a real knock on him. He's a decent actor, but let's face it, Russell Crowe has charisma. Okay, he has tons of charisma. And Paul Mescal, that's his name. I'm sorry, I butchered his name. Paul Mescal, who plays Lucius, he's okay and stuff, but I think if somebody with a little bit more charisma, maybe would have been better. But the movie's decent, and again, like I said, in a large part because of I think Denzel Washington's character, his plotting and his manipulations and his machinations, which really kind of makes the movie okay. And the scenes in the arena are okay, but I think it's just his plotting. I could watch a whole movie of this Denzel Washington's character doing his plotting and scheming and to do what he has to do. And Connie Nielsen is okay as Lucilla. She has some good emotional moments in this movie as well. And it's an okay movie. And also, I have to say, Joseph Quinn and Fred Hatchinger, who play the co-emperors, they're deliberately scummy as their characters are supposed to be, and I think they do a good job as those two co-emperors, they're brothers who basically are just doing whatever they want to, and just just running roughshod over everybody. Okay, they're really good. But again, to me, the MVP of this movie is Denzel Washington. He's just really good as a schemer and a plotter, and his machinations doing what to try to manipulate things to go his way. I think it's just really good. But it's not as there's no goosebump. There's no like that moment in Gladiator where Whatchcott reveals himself, or Russell Crowe reveals himself. It's just awesome with the music and everything. There's no moment like that in this movie, uh, which is a shame. But it's still a decent. It is a decent sequel to the first movie. Okay, not as good as not as good as the first movie, but a decent sequel to the first movie. And I would definitely recommend, if you're a big fan of the first movie, you definitely want to see this. And again, Denzel Washington makes that was some good inspired casting and putting him in this movie, because he gets all the best lines to me. He's great in this movie. Just the plotting and everything else that he does is just fantastic. And again, if you like to see the gladiator fights are good there's a great battle in the beginning of this movie, which is really top notch, with a bunch of ships and stuff and them invading this country. It really, the cinematography in that is fantastic. So I would give Gladiator 2 out of my 4-star system. My 4-star system is 1 is poor, 2 is fair, 3 is good, and 4 is excellent. Right? So I would give this. I would give it 3 stars. I would give it a good. I think this movie is good. Okay, I think really, it's good. And like I said, no knock against. I don't want to seem like I'm knocking the actor who's playing, Paul Mescal, who's playing, because he is the kind of the lead character in this. Although I think Denzel Washington's character carries the movie. Paul Mescal, as Lucius, I think he does a good job. He's just not as charismatic as, and I think when you have these epic movies, that you need somebody with good charisma. I think somebody with good, somebody that like stands out. And like I said, Russell Crowe, this that part is so iconic now, that with him, just that whole scene right there with him turning around and revealing himself, and that's epic in this movie, in the original Gladiator movie. And there's no moment like that for Lucius in this. I mean, he has a couple of moments that are meant to be, I think, like that, but they don't quite hit as hard to me as Russell Crowe did in the first movie. But it's still an entertaining movie. Again, if you like the first movie, definitely go check this one out, because it is a decent sequel to this. And and then, like I said, for Denzel Washington alone, it's worth going to see it, just to see his character and see his acting in this, which is absolutely top notch to me, in my opinion. Okay, anyway, again, 3 stars for, I would say it's good. Anyway, let me know what you think. If you've seen it, what do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media in the description box: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I also have a link to my other channel called Views and Opinions. Please check that out as well. Also have a link down below to my Patreon. Again, my Patreon's only $5 a month. Tons of content on there, over 200 videos on there, 5 different collections. You get 5-minute previews of all the content that I have on there. You follow the link, it'll take you to the page, and you can join for free. Okay, and check it out. Again, like I said, you can check out the 5-minute preview clips of all the content that it's on there, and and before you decide to join. So follow the link. Also, I have a link down below to my merchandise store. Well, I started a couple of months ago. I sell hats, t-shirts, mugs, sweatshirts, hoodies, cups, and mugs. Okay, for men, women, unisex. Okay, you follow the link down below. It'll take you to my merchandise store. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long, and take care.